Looks like we are live. Welcome to the SellAHouseArizona.com wholesale real estate training educational series. This is our initial broadcast here, and so we're just going to kind of give you an outline of what it takes, what we're going to be giving you here, which is all about what it takes to start, to grow, to build, and to ultimately be successful with a real estate wholesaling investment business company, however you want to look at it. That's what this whole series is going to be all about. Everything from you to the business, all the nuances and ninja tactics, everything that works in today's world, everything that doesn't. Um, you're going to get it all right here. And I am Paul Romero, and I'm going to introduce you to my partner here at SellAHouseArizona.com, and that is John Leister. Take it away, Johnny.
Oh, good morning, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly our intention on these daily training calls is to kind of share ourselves with you, give you an idea of what's working in our marketplace, what's absolutely not working in the marketplace right now. We're hoping to create a forum and a hangout here and a training here to enlighten newcomers to the wholesale business that want to learn this business, to enlighten them to what is working out there and taking what they think they know from all the various gurus and programs and trainings that are out there that are teaching people a very abstract, generalized
Uh,
kind of program that works theoretically on a national level, and show them why that's not working in our particular market, and also to show them a more specific, targeted, real-world application of real estate ninja tactics, as Paul calls it, that will work and will start putting money in your bank account immediately. Um, Anything you want to add to that, Paul?
yeah, I just want to add to the fact that the main focus of this is really going to be about, like I said, I'm not necessarily talking about the fundamentals of where John was going there with the tactics and the systems and the tools and the processes, and all of that stuff. Because quite honestly, once you get rolling in this, all of those things right there, they just happen. That's just going to be a natural part of the process, a natural part of your learning experience as you go from one step to the next, as you progress through doing deals. All those things are going to just naturally come to second nature. What we're really going to focus on heavily here is the fundamentals of what you need to do and become and be and study and learn in order to elevate yourself to a level that is going to help you to achieve success ultimately in this business.
Right.
Right.
So should we dive right into two of, I think what you'd agree with me, Paul, is the basic fundamental secret of a successful wholesale business, and take the ball there and start running?
I don't know. Do we want to give away the beans right out of the gate here, or uh,
um, you know what,
in
Pop?
actuality, what I think we can just kind of give people a little bit of an interesting idea is I think we should just kind of introduce them to the whole idea of the fact that a lot of your success is going to be based basically upon you, the type of person that you are. Are you the right person who is in the right place at the right time? I mean, obviously, wholesale real estate is um, something that is out there, available for anybody to be successful at, really regardless of what's going on in the market. There's always an opportunity to do and find and do wholesale deals. And it just really comes down to you and your ability to be, to stick to it, to get started and to stick to it and to learn and grow and get better. And so, I think, like I said, I think maybe we give a little start out here with the whole idea of, you know, what what kind of person are we right now, and what kind of person do we kind of need to be?
Absolutely. I
What
think
do you
that
say? What do you get us started with that, John?
I'm sorry, Paul, my signal is good. Did you toss it to me?
Are you hearing your voice?
Can you hear me? All right, am I
Seem to be
on?
having a little bit of
I apologize.
connectivity troubles as they.
Yeah, a little technical difficulties. I'm here. I'm going to assume I'm on. I see my little green light going, so I'm going to just continue basically building off what Paul said. And one of the biggest keys to being successful in a wholesale business as a wholesaler, one of the things that you really got to concentrate, focus on, and work on is what kind of person are you? That is the basic, most fundamental place to get started on, is taking a personal kind of an inventory, looking at where you are in your life and figuring out where you want to go in your life. And there's a lot of moving pieces, as Paul said, uh, that will naturally occur and come into play as you progress through the steps towards becoming a wholesale success. That'll just kind of fall into place naturally, but you've got to really be the right person at the right place at the right time. You can have all the opportunities in front of you, but if you're not the right person, how are you going to have your eyes open to see that opportunity? So basically, it starts with who you are, and that'll be one of the things we'll focus on throughout these trainings, is developing self-development. That's very important. On top of what you need to know, the technicals of being a wholesaler. With that being said, I would just want to reiterate how important it is to be the right person at the right place at the right time. And you'll notice that me and Paul will repeat a lot of concepts quite a bit throughout our trainings and throughout future trainings. And that's because that learning is the mother of repetition. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Repetition is the mother of learning. So if you, just to clue you in here, a little secret that you should keep in mind as you embark on this journey with me and Paul to learning wholesale real estate, is that if we repeat something several times, you should probably take note of that, because that, we're giving you a little secret, and repetition is the mother of learning. And I say that so that you can observe these trainings and take note of some of the basics that will be reiterating. Because the basics, the fundamentals, are so important to learn and to understand, and understand and learn at a cellular level, so that you are ingrained with these basics. I want to get Paul's take on that.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, what
Are you,
we're kind of hinting around here is the fact that, this all comes down to not real estate. Real estate is not really, I mean, the houses, the process, the contracts, all of that stuff is really not what wholesaling is all about. Okay? That might sound like a very strange, off the wall statement, when you've seen some courses and everything else before, and on everything focused things, the how to, the where to, the why to, all of that. Your energy, your willingness to learn and grow, and most importantly, your willingness to change and the willingness and when I say your willingness to change, and a lot of people will say, oh yeah, hey, listen, I understand, that I'm going to have to change a few things and this and that, but no, I mean seriously, honestly, your willingness to embrace the idea of that, you know, darn near everything in your life is going to be needing to change. I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure John will probably agree with this. My life right now, from 3 years today when we start business, and who I am and what I'm capable of now. If you would have if you would have taken me 3 years ago and put me in this position right now today and said you need to go out and do this, I probably would have curled up in a little and called for my. There was no way and no live on a Google Hang do a training or just all the things that we've been able to learn and grow ourselves into over the course of 3 years. So if you're not willing to do that, if that's not something that is of interest to you, if you're happy with your life the way it is right now and you don't want anything to change, if you hate change, then you know what? This is not going to be for you. I can tell you that right now, because that is the number one most important key right there. Is going to be your willingness to change and your willingness to embrace the fact that you want to change and that you're going to change and that you're going to work at changing yourself. That's the fundament. That is the number one fundamental right there. Wouldn't you agree, John?
Absolutely. Willingness and being open to learning, open to listening, open to change. As Paul said, we started our wholesale business together about 3 years ago. And if you told me 3 years ago I would be doing some of the things that me and Paul are now doing in the business, Paul touched on it a little bit by mentioning like doing training such as this, getting in front of people, the way we talk with sellers. I I would never have thought that I probably would have doubted that I would have become this person. But I had the right mentors, the right training, the right teaching. I still have mentors, and I have the right business partner that actually brought me to the place I am today. But more than that, the reason I'm here several years later and now beginning to be a trainer on these things, I started out, I was open. And I was at a point in my life when I needed a change. I knew that. I needed to make more income. I knew that also. I have kids and a family that I need to support, and that was my, what was my driving passion behind that. But ultimately, what makes a person successful in wholesaling, or really, quite frankly, my opinion, in life, is their openness and willingness to learn, to grow, and to change, and to unlearn things that they've learned in the past, and to have a completely open mind. And that is the basic fundamental, I think, to wholesaling real estate, and basically a key fundamental for success in just basically just about anything. You know what you don't know what you don't know, but you have to be willing to learn those things. Yeah, I think that we've made a strong point here. I hope that you understand that if you're a person that doesn't want to accept changes and isn't open to learning, I think, quite honestly, you'd be wasting your own time progressing forward through the trainings that we're going to be bringing to you in the future. So if you're not a person that's open to change and have a willingness to learn, you might as well just stop watching right now. Paul?
Yeah, you know what? I think question that people might be having out there right now is like, okay, well, why should I listen to you? You tell me that I need to change all these great things. Well, who are you to become successful? And I think John can give you a brief little story of himself, and that'll kind of just give you an idea of who we are, where we came from, why you to make your own you feel to take our information and put it to good use. And you know what? If you don't feel that way, if it doesn't work for you, if we're not the right people, hey, that's fine. That's not a problem whatsoever. We're not going to resonate with everybody, but if this is something that you really want and you really want to do, and we're not the guys that are someone else factor in not only just in wholesaling, but in life in general. So myself, to about age 45, I was running around life, as I like to coin myself today, as the 30-year idiot. I basically had no clue about anything. I had no idea about business, money. To me, life every day was a party. I went to work. I had fun. I enjoyed. I did a lot of things. I had some good experiences, but I never ever made a single attempt of looking to the future and just doing anything that was going to be beneficial to my life down the road. If it wasn't going to benefit me today, I had no use for it. And I was even proud of the statement that, you know what, no, I don't make plans. I plan nothing. I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it, kind of a thing. And
Hello?
down, I always knew that some way, somehow, I was going to be left it to the. I left it too much to fate, and I didn't put any action plans into use. And that's why, like I said, running around, I call myself the 30-year idiot. But then one day I woke up, said, you know what? Hey, it's time to change. It's time to do something. At 45 years old, I do not want to be. I was working construction, and it's like I do not want to, be the guy that's out here. I've seen guys out here, at 50, 60, 70, still slinging an asphalt with a shovel, and it's like, and get out of the asphalt at least and into something that was a little more enjoyable. Well, that didn't really take off for me because I had no clue that I wasn't ready, that I wasn't the right person, that I had no concept of what it would take, and who I would have to be in order to make some events. The crash, including the financial crash, being one of the major events as well too, and my almost losing my house to foreclosure, et cetera, and so on. All of these works over the course of 10 years, real estate wholesaling market where I'm at now, and someone who really was able to point out to me what my major malfunction between these 2 years was, my own major malfunction. And so being able to do that and really wake up and start working on the fundamentals of myself, of my own being, has really started to propel us to success. And so where, are we the guys out there making $1 million a year right now? No, not yet. But you know what? Are you? Neither are you. So we've been through it, firsthand experience, going from literally nothing, not from having it all at one time and being some super salesperson, et cetera, and so on, and then losing it all and then starting over again. I myself, and I think John, very similar, we literally came from nothing. Okay, we never had anything along the way. We never made it to the top once and then worked our way back in wholesaling. Okay, this is
Um,
ground level, starting from the same place you're starting from. So you're up.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Losing
You
the
know,
connection.
the last minute or so there, my connection was really bad, and I wasn't sure if it was my turn to speak or not. Um, yeah, I see we're kind of coming up at the end of our time here. We're going to be doing these trainings about 15 minutes each day. I just want to share that and go along the same lines what Paul was telling you is that wholesaling is a business that you can, if you're pointed in the right direction and you have the right mentors and the openness and willingness to learn, it doesn't matter who you were, what your background was, what your previous education, how good looking you are, how smart you are, none of it. None of that really matters. If you started with nothing and you have nothing financially, that doesn't matter. You can get started in wholesaling. And as long as you have the openness, willingness to learn, and you have energy and a little bit of passion and desire to make a difference in your life, this is a great vehicle that we can show you that works, that will work for you regardless of where you come from. Regardless of where you come from. So with that being said, I don't think I have much time to kind of go into my story, but you'll get to know me through time. And basically, I
Okay.
am similar to Paul, and I have a construction background, and I'll leave it at that. I did not come from wealth. I
Right.
haven't made it to the top and lost it, and I'm starting over. I started at the bottom, and with the right mentors and the education and the openness and the willingness, I'm on my way to the top.
Yeah, like John said, we are getting close to that. We want to try to keep these calls to no less than 15 minutes, but we don't want to try to exceed more than 20 minutes as well either, somewhere within that range. We're not going to hold ourselves to an exact deadline because you know what, we just might get on a run of giving you some golden information that we don't want to stop with. So, but for right now, we seem to be having a few connectivity problems, so I'm going to go ahead and put an end to this one today at about 21 minutes here, and invite you to come back and look at video number 2, 3, 4, and on through the series. We're going to be doing these and just building this collection day by day as we grow and up there so that you can learn and grow. And so with that said, I welcome everybody who's going to be joining us, who sees this, who's going to be joining us and taking these trainings. And for those of you who this doesn't work for, as I said before, I strongly encourage you to, if this is something that you want to do, actually, even if real estate wholesaling is not something that you want to do, if you want to advance your life in any way, shape, or form, if you want to get better, if you want to make more money, if you want to become successful, get out there and get yourself somebody who is a mentor to you, who is somebody who is what you want to be, and learn and grow from them. And I'm signing off. John, go ahead and close it out here.
Um, I've got not much to add to that. I think I said what I want to say today. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. My mind is racing, and I can't wait to get on future trainings and just get some of what I've learned in this business over the last several years out and to people so that they can take my information and make it successful for them. So I'll just end this by thanking everybody who's stuck it through to the end of this, and I look forward to you being on future calls. And I think that if you give me and Paul a chance, there's a lot that we have to offer and a lot of ideas and gold nuggets that you can pull out of this to apply to your wholesaling business and to apply to other areas of your life as well. And yeah, make it a great week, and we'll see you on the next one.